back to another episode of Let's Play with your host JD's Peters, playing Genshin Impact on the PC, and we are going to be jumping past. Right now we're supposed to be on Act 5 of Chapter 5 in the Archon quest. We're going to jump past that. Sorry, even if we finish that, we have to go into Act 6, I think. Yeah, so that's a whole gigantic section. Even this part right here is just a lot of combat and like the final part of Act 5. And then this one is what comes after Act 6, so I have to skip all of this. Just because this guy's requires 5 calendar days, as you can see here in the yellow on the bottom right, for the quest for your quest experience. Okay, so we gotta start now. So let's go confirm. Recommended quests. Yeah, we're not doing that. Act 6 of Song of the Welkin Moon. Yeah, such a weird. It's not even an Archon quest, is it? Or is it like a pseudo Archon quest? Because it's not called chapter anything. Okay, we're gonna go for quick start. Outfit preview first. I want to see what this is what we're going for. I guess this is something cool. He looks like some weird Chunibyo or like a lame vampire character, which he probably is, but I want those primos and I want the costume, because if for whatever magical reason I decide, oh, I actually want this costume now, which I probably won't, I'm gonna regret it. So I'm gonna go enter focus experience mode.
Oh, traveler from beyond this world, will you witness this tale unfold?
Alice?
You recognized me just like that? Maybe I need to work on my impression. Anywho, come to Star Sand Shoal. There's a little something I'd like your help with.
Adventurers Guild. Well, it wouldn't be Clay's mom without a hefty dose of mystery, huh? Let's go see what this is about.
Okay, alright, so we have to go where? We have to go. It doesn't appear to be in focus experience for whatever reason, so quest. Is it here? No. This is confusing. Do I have to do this? Complete that quest. Okay. It didn't properly enter focus experience, so we'll see view. Mother's last wish. Draco Rubedo chapter act 1. Yeah, so we need to. Are we in focused? We just navigate to it. There we go. Okay, we have a teleport here. Nice. This is a new area that I have no idea, but I need to get amazing bots. I was looking for amazing bots, not whatever that is. So amazing. Okay, an ingenious mechanism set. Oh my gosh. Amazing. An ingenious mechanism said to have been birthed in the Clink Clank Crumb Cake craft shop and now in use throughout the Southern Isles. Individually, they can help complete tasks, but if someone were ever to connect a few together, well, perhaps they'd be capable of bigger and better things. Okay. In certain circumstances, a sufficient number of robots must be gathered before they can be successfully connected. Sorry. Okay. Alright.
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the
May the force be with you. Empowered state and bipolar objects. So, this is going to be tutorial galore. In Nodcry, you will find Kubaki-influenced bipolar objects. Okay. Empowered state and bipolar objects. Characters get near certain special objects or plants, they will enter empowered status of different forms. Empowered state and bipolar objects. When in an empowered state, characters can attract bipolar objects and pull them to themselves. Some bipolar objects can be carried, while others will be placed in your inventory. Okay.
Superfluous detail.
I'm not gonna pick that up right now because I'm just gonna forget about that. Actually, yeah, no, I'll pick up the next one. I just need to. Pick up those random things apparently. Okay, we gotta get to that. Where is it? There it is. Can we? No. I go.
Bring it.
Yep. Oh, careful. I don't know what that is. We're gonna have to skip over it. It's kind of directly this way. We just climb. We'll just climb up here. Oh, it's like kind of like a steampunk. Oh, this place seems kind of modern, junkerish for whatever reason. Okay, I guess we want to go that way. What? I just heard a chest. Okay, doesn't matter. Moon lanes. Okay, a common sight in Kuvaki, Suffuse not cry. Said to be common sight in Kuvaki, Suffuse not cry. Said to be the traces of passing Kuhenki, whatever the flip that is. Riding the moon lanes allows you to harness the power of Kuvaki to swiftly move along their paths. However, the moon lanes do not all flow uninterrupted, and there are times when switching paths is the wisest choice. Okay. While riding the moon lanes as red or blue Kuhenki, you can freely use Kuvaki to interact with objects near your path. Is that what that is? Oh, that's what that is. Follow the silver path. We get a chest here.
I'm keeping the
For
lookout.
whatever reason. No, I gotta tag that. Man, everything's such a chore. Why does everything have to be such a chore? Do I have? Okay, I don't have another browser open. That's okay. Not cray. Is that not cray? I can't even find this place on the map, on the regular map, on the Genshin map. Okay. That's an island. So where the hell is Nod Cry? Well, that's great. My phone's telling me to go to sleep. Well, shut the hell up, phone. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay. North of here. Okay, that's not Cry. You can't see what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm just looking at a Genshin map right now. One of those interactive maps. Okay, so we have to find a point. We are near an Archon. Okay. near this, and it was a common chest. Turn on all the chests, for whatever reason, everything just got turned off. People leaving useless comments, of course. That's what we like to see, people. Useless comments. Let's just see, where the hell am I?
Don't worry, there's no ambush.
Luna Sigil. Oh, is this where the lunar reactions come from Nodgrai? I guess that makes sense. Zoom a little bit again. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, we have 3 statues of. What do you call them? Statues of the new moon, apparently. Okay, Archon statues, whatever. Look for waypoints. Sorry, teleporters. Teleporters in relation to the statue. This is so hard to find it because I haven't unlocked it yet. I could just pin this spot. Yeah, I'll just pin this spot. I'll just spin this spot and come back to it. Okay, confirm. Alright. Once I unlock it, I can see it better. Oh my gosh, there's more. Yo, I'm just trying to get to the first Archon statue and I've just run through how many tutorials? Like, that is the problem with this game. Seriously. When in an empowered state, characters can press jump when within same colored unipolar fields to perform a special jump. Special. Empowered state characters jump when within the same colored unipolar fields. Same colored unipolar fields to perform a special jump. Sure. Jump higher to the moon. Characters will jump higher. Wow. Is a tutorial really necessary for that? I don't think so. Okay, statue of the Archon. I'm assuming this challenge is for, yeah, this challenge is for that, so. I'm gonna have challenge markers up for whatever reason. Okay, come on, challenge marker. Oh, they should have oculi too here. Lunoculus, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is Lunoculus right next to me. Should be right next to a chest as well. Lunoculus right next to, is it right next to a chest? Man. Okay, it's in this direction. That's what that's about. Wasn't pointless at all. Okay. Lunoculus should be close to. No. I think I found it. Yes. Okay, found that and the chest. Fantastic. And we have a challenge here too. Okay, let's just take this time trial. Since it's on the way anyway. Oh, you just have to. Okay, that's interesting. What the heck? Okay, where are the rest of the... What? Where am I going? Oh, there. Maybe. I don't think so. That seems wrong. Whoa. Okay, let me see if I can grab this teleporter. Nice. Where did we come from? We came from around here where there's a jumping platform. Not there. There's that jumping platform. Wherever it was. Huh. Oh yeah, it was where that where I left the marker. Doi! You stupid boy, you stupid. Can I? Oh, damn it. Got to say, oh no, not another type of Sealy, please. No more Sealies. I need to ban Sealies from this game, just delete them. Can I? Thank you. What the? No! Okay, well I ended up here anyway. Didn't really want to be here, but I'm here. Viewpoints. I'm gonna have to skip that trial, it's kind of just like whatever. View. That viewpoint is the same as that one, yay, okay. Marked.
My potted plant on the porch has died again. I was watering it every day. Ugh, don't tell me I overdid it this time.
This elevator was inspired by the one in Romaritime Harbor.
Alright, what is the teleport here? Let's grab that one. That looks like it'll launch me over there, up top. Go up? Oh, it's the elevator. Yeah, no. Plants affected by Kuvaki. In Notcry, you will find special plants that can provide characters with Kuvaki energy. Once a character is suffused with sufficient Kuvaki energy, press to harness the power of the Kuhenki, and roam freely. You can transform into a Kuhenki. Right. Using the power of the Kuhenki to roam, passing by a moonshine violet may provide you with some small measure of assistance, allowing you to soar upwards. Okay. Right. Call? Call what? Oh, the elevator. This is already on this line. Oh.
Bring it!
Yeah, so Radish just laying there. Oh, it's downstairs. This thing? Really? What about, I feel like I saw an oculi here somewhere. Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's see what this thing looks like. The world opens itself before those with noble hearts. I already did this thing, so let me just delete that. Wait, is that the Arch? Oh, isn't this person coming in the next patch? It's not the Archon, it's one of the Harbingers. What? Why is one of the Harbingers is an Archon? No. I thought she was supposed to be Cryo, but she's a Hydro, I think. Where's the statue? Do we have enough? We need 20, we don't have enough. Alright, and what happens if I use the Traveler? Can I resonate? Like we used to do it old school? Where's this guy?
Just what will we come across?
There's no resonate, okay. Everything has to get more and more complicated over time. It's so annoying. And what's with this background? Oh, it's because we're in this kind of moonlight kind of space. Right. Of course.
What's your battle plan?
What's my battle plan? I didn't realize actually, I'm actually crowned. Double crown. Didn't know. Maybe I should get a C1 for her instead of Baiju. Because right now I lined up Baiju because I want that extra charge of his healing, but maybe it's not worth it. And I think I need to run with the faster party. This one's a little bit slow. Put Yelan in there.
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
This is... Yes, this is a faster party. It's not Zaimiko, but that's okay. Oh, shoot. Come on. So we got some... What? Looks like we got some new plants. Yep. Around using patches of mist. Transfer into Kuhenki of different forms. Take refuge in mists of different colors. Traveling around using patches of mist, press to switch forms and exit the mist of the same color to roam to another different colored mist. Aha. Can I move? Okay, looks like it's doing that for me. Nice. What is this? Can I touch this? Okay, whatever. Whatever. Time to mute.
Oh, it's Durin!
Hmm? Traveler in Paimon? I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you.
Oh, no, you didn't scare us. Just gave us a little surprise. Looks like you've gotten even more powerful now.
He's a pyro, but he looks like an electro.
I don't know. It just feels like it's gotten harder to control. I didn't mean to strike so hard. I'm so relieved you didn't get hurt.
It's all good. We've had worse.
Is the abyssal power inside you acting up? Oh.
No, don't worry about that. It's been very stable ever since I got this body. Albedo made sure of that. What you saw just now is something that only started happening recently. Maybe I'm still acclimating or something. I'm sure it'll clear up over time. Anyway, what brings you here? Did you need something?
Well,
The day that the writer and the watcher crossed paths was the day that the magic known as storytelling was born.
so, she asked us to come.
Miss Alice?
Oh, you too? I guess I really do need to work on my impression. Well, never mind that. It's been too long, Mini Durin. And please, that's Aunt Alice to you.
Mini Durin. Durin. Is he a Is that a dragon? The name of a dragon? My memory's really bad. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like one of Clee's playing friends or something. Or no. There was a summer event and there was a dragon in the summer event. I remember that. Was his name Durin too? Okay, I guess I'm gonna find out when I eventually get to Song of the Welkin Moon, so let's keep going.
I have brought you and the Traveler together here for a very important purpose. It has to do with your mom.
My mom?
Yeah, I think that's... You mean M?
Indeed,
witch.
fairy tale author extraordinaire, Anya Marie Andersdaughter. See, I knew this would be right up your alley. Now then, if you'll open the book, I will begin narrating.
Open the book. The day that the writer and the whatever cross paths.
Whoa! What is this place? It reminds Paimon of Simulanka.
Or does that
The
sound
two
familiar?
are indeed similar. Both worlds were built using the same magic after all.
Alright, oh wow. What the hell? Oh, they just showed us Alice. That's the mom? Interesting. If they showed her, then that means she's gonna end up becoming a playable character. Especially in that kind of character detail. Jeez. Alice, a member of the Hexen Circle and a legendary traveler famed throughout Tivat. She's also known as the mother of the Sparkle Knight Klee. Her tracks are also impossible to follow as the roving winds, and yet she has provided you with much guidance and help on your journey, drawing on the unfathomable depths of her knowledge and power. For herself, she views exploring the vast panoply of worldly creations and finding pleasure in the joys of life to be her greatest callings. However, she shoulders a responsibility that is greater still, sustaining the borders of the world. Interesting. Her power level is going to be interesting.
Aha! So it is Alice!
Hello, Aunt Alice?
Oh, no need to be shy. Just think of me as one of your mother's dearest friends.
You keep talking about stories and magic. What's this all about? Simulanka 2.0 or something?
Certainly not. Simulanka was a peerless masterpiece. Without the original author, it would be impossible to create a sequel, even for me. But you are right about one thing. Just like last time, I want to show you a work of magic that has to do with storytelling.
They're probably not going to make her pyro just like her daughter. I wonder what type she is.
What's this?
She is pyro. What? Okay, alright, pyro it is. It's the book we just saw.
This is your mother's dying wish.
My mother's dying wish was a book?
Let me answer that with a question. What do you suppose would be a writer's greatest regret?
Not finishing a story?
Have you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire?
I have, but I'm not sure who wrote it. Not yet. Say not yet.
Oh, well, you're missing out. It's a wonderful book. It began as a little game at our tea parties. Each of us took turns writing the next part of the story. I wrote the first volume, then the other mages took their turns. Em was tasked with writing the final volume and tying everything up. But by the time everyone had finished writing their parts, Em had passed away. Oh, it was a terrible shame. A true tragedy. And that is the answer to my question. A writer's greatest regret is to leave a story unfinished.
That's what I said. And also, I think he is the dragon from one of the summer events dealing with the witches. That does sound very familiar. Alright, that makes sense.
All is not lost. I couldn't stand the doom and gloom of it all, so I went ahead and wrote an ending myself on her behalf.
Then what's this book?
This is the answer your mother gave to the same question. In her eyes, this was her greatest regret. She made me promise that I would bring it to you because she believed the only person who could resolve this regret is you.
So my mother's greatest regret is another unfinished story?
You could say that.
And I guess resolving the regret means finishing the story?
That's one way to put it.
Oh, is a straight answer too much to ask for?
Her answer was quite the opposite of what I'd expected. But oh, how touching it was. I'd love to tell you what she said, I really would. But that would spoil the plot, and we can't have that. Spoilers ruin everything.
Oh, I just saw someone in chat. Sorry, I'm not really looking at the chat. Hey, Debayan, help? I don't know how to say that. Yeah, I'm reading it now. Sorry, it's like on another screen on the other side. Anyway, I'm going to continue and I'll try to look at chat.
Oh.
Fine, we'll make do with the breadcrumbs. It's hardly the first time you've strung us along like this.
Just think of this task as giving a story a much-needed ending. All I ask is that you do your best.
I understand. But I only just started learning human script, and I don't have any writing experience at all.
Relax. Why else do you think your dear aunt went and found you two such wonderful helpers? With their experience, you'll have so many story ideas you won't know what to do with them. So don't be shy to ask lots of questions.
So that's why we're here. Well, I'm happy to help.
Yeah. If it's to help Durin fulfill his mother's dying wish, then we're in.
Aunt Alice, could I ask, what kind of story was my mother hoping to write?
I had a feeling this might come up, but that answer isn't mine to give. You'll have to find it yourself, here inside this book.
Don't worry. We'll help you come up with loads of ideas. Yeah, let's find a nice spot where we can settle in and read through this thing. We could even get some snacks, too.
Oh, the actual process might not be quite the walk in the park you're imagining, Paimon.
Why's that?
Because when Em created this book, she borrowed my magic. In other words, it's not a book you can just pick up and read. It's a magical book. Its chapters are scattered through memories of the past. Gather them all, and the book will show you its secrets.
So, where are we supposed to find these memories?
Em left a trail of clues for each unfinished chapter. Follow the hints, and you'll find them. Oh, and when it comes to adding to the story yourselves, you'll need to use this.
And
What is
this
that?
is...
This, my dear little Paimon, is the ink Em left behind. Infused with a little of my own magic, of course. If you're planning on writing something inside the book, you'll need it.
How very magical.
It's extremely precious, so be sure to use it sparingly. This is all that's left.
So we need to search for the memories and keep an eye on how much ink we're using.
Oh, it just had to be a wild goose chase, didn't it?
Perhaps it's just another form of storytelling. Em was ever so creative when it came to things like that. Just think of it as a little challenge your mom left behind. Who knows? There could even be a mysterious prize at the end of it all.
I don't care about that. This was my mother's dying wish. Whatever it takes, I'll find a way.
And we're here to help.
With the two of us by your side, you'll be just fine.
Okie dokie. That should be pretty much all you need to know. Oh, and once the story's complete, do let me have a little look-see, okay? I've read everything she ever wrote, so naturally, I can't miss this one.
How will we find you?
Yeah! Most of the time, you're pretty hard to pin down.
Don't worry, I'll know when you're finished. Just wait for me to reach out. All right, off you go. I can't wait to hear how the story ends.
Was the day that the magic known as storytelling was born. Okay.
Oh, here we are again. Alice's magic really is incredible, huh?
Let's take a look at this book.
Right. Alice mentioned we should be on the lookout for clues.
A corner of repose for countless tales, watched over by the honor of knights. A place for stories to sleep, perchance to dream of ancient cities and the epics of ages past. There, a witch once spent a sleepless night, and all to bring forth a story yet untold. Find the place I speak of, for it is where the seeds of this story lie.
Let's see, a corner of repose for countless tales, watched over by the honor of knights. So the library, Knights of Bonnie's library, a place for stories to sleep, perchance to dream of ancient cities and the epics of ages past.
Was that a riddle? Where do you think this mysterious place could be?
Obviously, it's the Mondstadt library.
Hey, you might actually be onto something. Guess that means we need to head back to Mondstadt?
I had a feeling that's where we would be headed. After all, it's where my mother was from, and I bet it's where she wrote this story, too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still, I feel bad about dragging the two of you along on such a long journey.
Don't worry about it. We don't really have much going on right now, so we're all yours. Come on, let's go!
Magic known as storytelling. It says it needs like 5 days, but where does that happen? I guess I have to power through this and find out. Okay, all the way back to Mondstadt.
This blinding sunlight is such a pain. No way I can get a nap in this weather.
Alright, let's see where we have to go. Okay, we gotta go in. Open the door and cutscene.
Back in the Mondstadt library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
It's been a while. Feels like we were here just yesterday.
So, we're supposed to
while.
find the seeds of the story, right? What do you think that means?
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right? But seriously, there's so many here. How are we supposed to know which ones we need?
Making a racket in a library? You should know better than that.
Lisa! Oh, sorry about that.
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but Paimon was just trying to help. Please don't be too hard on her.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other, so I suppose I can let it slide just this once.
So Lisa's been mentoring you? When did that happen?
Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him, so I stepped in to lend a hand. I figured if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, Then teaching one who's part dragon should be a walk in the park.
Nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open arms.
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another time. I'm sure you're here for a reason. Did you need to borrow some books?
It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe you could take a look at this.
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them. And that mage, I can almost picture her here, hundreds of years ago, scribbling away at one of these very desks.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired it?
As it happens, just before I found you here, I was looking into something rather peculiar. One of the knights reported seeing some books that weren't listed anywhere in our catalog. Stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished into thin air. And then, a while later, while he was browsing through other shelves, there they were again.
Seriously?
That particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after.
It's very possible.
According to the report, there are 3 of these books in total. I'll be relying on you to track them down, cuties.
Excuse me. Okay, we just gotta click on some stuff. Jumpty Dumpty Treasure Trove.
Oh, wait! Did Klee write this one? Should this even be here? We better show it to Lisa.
There's a glowing book here last time I was here. The Boy Princess 1. Do I not have this? Oh. Collect the entire Boy Princess series. Wow, I didn't have that for this long and it's just been sitting here the whole time. Alright. Fox and the Dandelion series as well. Okay, I gotta mark this thing down. Boy Princess. I think Nodcry is still considered to be part of Natlan. I'm not 100% sure. Boy Princess book. Book. Where is the book? I cannot find the book. Okay, you. We are. Zoom in that library building thing. This shows a bunch of books, bro. What the hell? All locations for the 2 books inside the Imaginarium theory. No, I'm not looking for that. Not that one either. Good job clicking the marker. Take these delicious one-set hash browns. Boy Princess series of Boy Princess Hill Trail. 37 books plus 1. What? What is the book name yet? Nobody has a freaking book name or an image of. These Genshin things are so annoying. I know I found the Boy Princess. Okay, if I zoom, that's as far as you get zoomed. Damn. Books from the Imaginarium Theater, and then this one is... Ah! This is super annoying. Okay, all the books in the library. Jean's office, not... I'm just reading out, like, from the panel in the Genshin map. Wow, okay. That's not happening. I'm not gonna be able to tag that. Alright. Just take a screenshot so I have some kind of reference for later. Snipping. Whoops. Snipping. Snipping tool. And I can't use the Windows snipping tool in here. What the heck? Print screen, that should be enough for now. Okay. Experiment log number.
An experiment log? Looks like part of the title's been erased. There's something seriously suspicious about this book.
Another board princess?
Let's hang on to this one for now. Could be one of the ones we're looking for. It's one of M's after all. Second strongest spell in existence. Do not show Klee. Wait, there's actually a book like that right here in the Mondstadt library? That title's just gonna make people even more curious, huh? There's definitely something fishy about this one. Kinda looks like a poetry collection. But why is part of the title missing? Let's see what Lisa makes of it.
Seeds brought on the wind, sprout in due time.
Oh, it looks like there's nothing left down here unless I missed something on the side, no? Can we just go talk to her?
Take it easy.
So just walk past some kind of library rules.
Well, did you manage to find them?
Second strongest spell in existence.
Truly extraordinary. And certainly not the kind of thing that should be just lying around. In fact, Miss Alice gave strict instructions about it.
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this powerful should be kept a secret.
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it. After Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise. Well, did you manage to find them?
Okay, we just have a bunch of these things. Okay. Experiment log number something versus WW treasure trove, the board princess. This was related to her, so it's probably this one.
Well, this book has quite an obvious connection with that mage, considering she was the one who wrote it. But as one of the library's classics, its presence here is hardly unusual. It really is a must-read, so if you haven't read it yet, that's your homework, cutie. Well, did you manage to find them?
Jumpy Dumpty treasure trove.
Well, it definitely shouldn't be here. But I'd highly doubt it's one of the books you're looking for.
What was that?
Because this is something Klee wrote. It's a compilation of all the best fish blasting spots around Mondstadt, as well as the most convenient places to stash her new Jumpy Dumpties. Of course, there's no way she'd get away with keeping a book like that in her bag. And she'd be in big, big trouble if Jean were to find out. Not only would the book itself be confiscated, but she'd be looking at a whole day in solitary confinement at the very least. Somehow, she figured out that the best place to hide it was right here. No place like a forest for hiding trees, huh? Now, every time it gets confiscated, she just writes a new one and sneaks it back in.
Guess it's a restricted book in its own way.
Yes. So thanks for helping me find it. I'll finally be able to hand it over to Jean. Well, did you manage to find them?
Okay, there's the 2 redacted ones. Let's try versus.
Yes, this is a restricted book, all right. It certainly isn't supposed to be here.
Huh. But it looks like a regular poetry collection. How did it end up being classified as a restricted book?
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. You've heard of the great battle that took place on Dragonspine, yes? 500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt. A fierce battle with Dvalin ensued, but in the end, the evil dragon fell, and Dragonspine became its resting place.
You're talking about Durin. The Durin of Dragonspine.
Ah.
Well, the poem in
That's what her name
question
is.
turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of friends. But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But this one hit a bit too close to home, and since the knights back then were unable to track down the author, they decided to ban the entire collection, blot out the title, and seal it away for good.
So the version in the poem, it was all a lie?
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer. Well, did you manage to find them?
Honestly, that sounded like the perfect book, but whatever. Experiment log number or something.
This book definitely doesn't belong here.
Yeah, we could tell just from reading the title.
Albedo was the one who brought it in. He suggested I place it on the restricted list and keep it sealed.
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which could even result in the creation of dangerous monsters. Apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel like it was safe to carry around or keep it in his workshop.
Really? Definitely sounds like it shouldn't be here then.
Still, if that mage read this book too, it must have been written a lot earlier than I'd imagined. Well,
so we got
would you
nothing.
look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And all 3 just so happen to be forbidden texts. What kind of story requires reference material like that, I wonder?
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, I thought you were just trying to scare us. Are you saying it actually exists?
Not really something you should be poking your little nose into, is it, cutie?
Sorry.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again once you're done, so don't forget to return them.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice cup of tea.
Alright, we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
Wait, look!
enter the world within the book. Find the place I speak of, for it is where the seeds of the story lie.
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking.
What should be used to why is it? Okay. Trace of palatial splendor, a wisp of woodland air.
At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a wisp of woodland air. Then, she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Actually inside the story!
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
That was the opening we just heard, right? Sounds like the story is about Durin.
Yeah!
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning at this point.
Okay.
And now a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere! Was that the same voice we heard just now?
Sounds like the story even has its own narrator.
Yeah. But why does it sound so familiar?
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean... Em? She used to tell you stories?
Yeah. She loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story, what's next?
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the story to unfold.
I don't know why they're not acknowledging the bouncing circle thing behind the table. It's a little strange.
Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps a little exploration could prove fruitful.
Oh! Is that a hint?
Let's follow her suggestion for now.
Yeah, I agree.
Explore the surroundings, and we get to play as him. Okay.
For a moment, the story crashers fell silent. Perhaps waiting around wasn't such a bad idea after all. Yet those who never stray beyond the main plot often miss the fun little details along the way.
Kind of a cool character. those attacks are cool with the wings.
Look at all these books. Guessing the witch did a lot of reading while she was waiting for the egg to hatch.
It just so happened a dragon egg wasn't the only thing she was incubating here. Where else might a story be born, if not among books?
Oh. This Draco doll is meant to be the witch in the story, right? Wait a second. All the people we've seen that look like that turned out to be mages from the Hexenzirkel. Do you think the witch in this story is one of them too?
My mother had a hat just like this.
Then, the witch must be M. Looks like this story really is about Durin, huh?
Whether the sprite spoke true or not, it had little bearing on the story at hand. For in that moment, what mattered most was not that she was a witch, but a mother waiting for her child to hatch.
Let's keep looking.
Okay. Do we just check out the egg, I guess? What are these stars? Oh, it's like a... Ah, that's a cute, It's back here. Could these be... I'm assuming these are deliberate, right? These paintings. So... Is that like the Mondstadt Fields, maybe? And up there, that could be M's house, maybe? Picture of her house? Probably not. Observe.
This must be the dragon egg, right? Looks like it's gonna hatch any moment now. So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who loves stories, and that evil dragon we heard about at the beginning. Yep, it all adds up.
This is my story, isn't it?
Sure looks like it.
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along? It feels like all we can do right now is wait.
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
Oh, right! We're at the point in the story where we're waiting for the baby dragon to hatch. So that has to happen before the story can continue.
And how do we do that?
With the flames at his command, perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide the egg with sufficient warmth.
What? You want us to roast the dragon egg?
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading. For in countless tales it is told that only by fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch swiftly.
Huh, you kinda have a point there.
Want to give it a try, Durin?
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
After Durin releases his elemental skill binary form, conversions, and division, both his elemental skill and normal attack will be converted into special forms. Casting the special elemental skill transmutation, confirmation of purity will turn his next elemental burst into principle of purity as the light shifts. Manifesting his power in the form of Dragon of White Flame. Wow, this is so corny. Casting the special normal attack transmutation Denial of Darkness will turn his will turn his next elemental burst into Principle of Darkness as the stars smolder. Manifesting his power in the form of Dragon of Dark Decay, or Dragon of Dark. I don't know why the hell did I say Dragon? Dragon of Dark Decay. I don't know. I'm just gonna burn it.
away from me!
Burn.
Clearly, both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's birth, though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly. Still, such fiery anticipation might itself become a blessing.
Okay, there's an ink bar on there. Why? Oh, okay. Oh,
At
whoa.
last, under the witch's expectant gaze, the little dragon broke free from its shell.
Okay, so we need ink to complete certain tasks. I guess the number of ink we have shows us how much or how long this quest is going to be. That's pretty long. That's pretty long. Wow.
No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. You were no exception, my child. I brought you into being because I willed it so. Just like the witch who created that evil dragon. But I promise you this. Your birth was wanted. You are loved. And you will have a different fate than the dragon that came before you.
You've never told me those things before, but for some reason, I always knew. Thank you for bringing me into this world.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together, they beheld the hatchling's first breath of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story begin.
There, a witch once spent a sleepless night, and all to bring forth the story yet untold.
Wait, isn't this Mondstadt? Looks like we're back in the real world. Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter?
So it is during the story after all, or at least a window into his past. Okay, this might be where we have to
Yeah,
start.
but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet? Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends. That already sounds like a happy ending to Paimon.
Maybe there will be some clues in the following chapters.
True. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages. Guess all we can do is wait for more clues.
Huh.
Is this thing on? All right, that should do it.
Hey, that's Alice's voice.
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
That's a really dumb time stop, or like a time waste, time sink. I don't know. That's so dumb. Wow. Can't believe they did that.
Wait, so
What's the reason
even
to do
magic
that?
ink needs time to dry?
The reason is just to like force people to feel FOMO and to force them to just do the quest. That's terrible.
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world you helped create. Have fun, dearies. Toodles!
Oh, man. Paimon was so ready to knock this out in one go.
Maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if that happens, who knows when we'll be able to come back. So it might be good to take a break while we can.
A break.
Guess now's as good a time as any.
Yeah! Paimon has a sudden craving for the good hunter's sticky honey roast. And we happen to be in Mondstadt, so...
So let's meet up here later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books anyway.
says quest completed. Wait for the book to reveal hints for the next chapter. Next chapter unlocks in 5 hours. Okay. If you open it, you can step back into the story. I don't want to step back into the story. I just talked to Durin for a second.
Aunt Alice said we can return to the story world at any time. If you feel like checking it out again, just come find me.
I thought he was gonna return the book to Lisa. He's just gonna stay there.
Where am I going to get the more?
Okay. So that's it for that. Looks like we have to wait. Right? Yeah, we have to wait for the remaining for the rest. Which means 4 more days to run this. I am thinking of just running the Archon quest again in between these, because this is just, how long did that take? Well, it did take an hour. That's still quite a big chunk of my time. Yeah. Okay, we'll stop this here, and this one we'll take up again tomorrow. And I may be doing the Archon quest just to see how far I can get to catching up to this point in the story anyway. Alright then, thanks for watching, till next time.